industry. It has a focus to entertain, inform, and provide mental relaxation through youthful perspectives on trending stories and events.
Alright, and on ATN Entertainment, we bring to you latest entertainment stories, interviews with your favorite celebrities and industry experts, performances by local artists, interactive segments, and giveaway.
Yes, giveaways my favorite part. And now to our top trending stories for today on relationship ban dating. It is not biblical. Solomon Bucci is
And on
sent out.
music, Otedola host Afrobeat stars, Whiskey, Burna Boy.
And on marriage, I forgave my wife despite cheating on me.
And on telecommunication, internet providers are reaping the adherents of I Go Save.
That story I think is something I want to look at personally. And ladies and gentlemen, we will bring you the juicy juice of the story. But don't forget that we are open for our placements, bookings, and commercial. You can connect with us on all our ETN socials, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1.
And on us at Atlantic TV Net. You can watch us live on our website at www.atlanticnetwork.tv.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, today we have an amazing and interesting guest in the studio. I will reveal him in no time, but before then, let's go pay some bills. When we come back, we'll reveal our guest to you. Stay here. welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. And as I told you, we have an interesting young man in the studio. Yes, Neka Francis is a singer, songwriter, and a broadcast journalist. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Neka Francis. Hi, Neka. How are you?
Hi. Good to see you and good to be a part of your show.
Yeah, you're looking nice.
Thank you. I always do.
Well,
thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
How are you
Thank
doing
you.
today?
I'm very well. Thank you. How are you guys?
You okay?
What fantastic. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's delve into the juicy juice of today. Media personality Solomon Buchi has asserted that dating and talking stage should be banned because it's not biblical. While speaking in a video shared on his social media page, Solomon Buchi justified that his assertion by saying dating should be banned because it is not biblical. He said that according to Solomon Buchi, men in the Bible were very intentional about getting married to a woman. The media personality added that there was nobody in the Bible who went into talking stage, that they were direct and they went for women they want to get married to. This particular story, he said, okay, he said nobody in the Bible went to any man's daughter and said, I want to get into talking stage with you. Men in the Bible were intentional. Yes. They move with intentions towards who they want to get married to, and they go straight and say, I want to marry you. So this story is actually quite interesting, if we look at it from this perspective that dating should be banned. That doesn't seem like a problem that we should be looking at. We have other problems in the society that we should be focusing on. Dating should not like be our primary focus. I don't know, Neka, what do you make of this particular one? Do you think dating should be banned because it's not biblical, and does everybody really needs to does everybody really needs to go into dating before getting married? And does everybody who goes, is everybody in a relationship supposed to be a Christian or supposed to read the Bible to say, okay, because I'm a Christian or I'm not a Christian, so I should not date?
First of all, I would love to say that Solomon Buchi, or whatever his name is, his opinion is his opinion. The fact that you have an opinion about something doesn't mean it's valid. Then talking about him saying that in the Bible there was not any record of people going to, not everything that happened in the days of old, was recorded in the Bible. So the first question I'm going to ask him, if I were to see him, is, was it that, were you there when these things were happening? How can you tell for sure that these things did not happen? I mean, the Bible, growing up in children's church, we were told that the Bible did not record everything that happened in the days of old. So who told Solomon Buchi that all of the happenings in the days of old is what he's seen in the Bible? These are just few things that I feel are necessary that God wants us to know. All right? And then I'm not of the opinion or that dating should not be done or dating should be banned. I don't want to be in a situation where I will get married to somebody that I don't know. Do you understand? Because I believe that this contributes a lot to divorce in the society. You get married to someone because the person was recommended for you, like saying a clothes or being a tailor with this clothes. You recommend somebody for somebody to get married to, and then they eventually get into the marriage and they discover that they are not compatible. Do you understand? Yeah. Then the person, tomorrow the man is tired and then moves on to somebody else, and then you call, hey, this man is unfaithful, this man cheats, and then you ask the man, what's the problem? He says, my wife doesn't know how to do this. So I feel like dating or courting gives people the opportunity to get to know each other before getting into marriage. So somebody saying that dating should be banned. I mean, the word ban is even very annoying. Like, is that what we should be talking about in the society with all of the happenings in the society? Do you get? So I feel like he should focus more on important issues and not even the idea of dating. And I'm also not of the opinion that dating shouldn't be banned. Exactly.
Because we have other pressing issues. But
I'm telling you.
Do you think dating should be banned?
I'm not banned you. I bet. No, I don't understand. Eh? You understand? Dating is actually helping lots of people.
Okay.
Nick has said that, when people want to get married, you get to know your partner and all of that.
Yeah.
That is a very valid point. I beg, my own point be say, no banner, I beg.
Why?
Some girls, dating, they have their life.
Oh,
you understand
okay.
me?
How?
Because if you get like 5 boyfriends,
Oh, dear
you
Lord.
understand? If you get 5,
Okay,
we're getting to
okay,
know each other,
okay,
abi?
okay.
So I want to know Mr. A, if me and Mr. B too go there compatible. If also Mr. C go still work. Mr. D said go there for corner, then Mr. E.
But is that not like testing the waters? Do you have to test
And
every
if you look at it from that perspective, I think if you're looking at it from that perspective, then you bring this guy's idea into it, because I feel if you want to date somebody, you should have one partner. But if you have like 5, don't you think that's like?
I think she's talking from her perspective as a woman, because there are men who you stay with them 10 years, 12 years, and they eventually leave you and get married to somebody else.
Okay.
So if I have a sister, I will not even advise my sister to stick to one man until I'm telling you the honest truth.
And there's something about this dating something. You see men, I don't hate men, but I see them as corny. I see men as very corny.
Voila.
Like a man now definitely would have options.
Okay.
Definitely might have options on his list.
Might.
And then have one girl that is, the good girl, the understanding girlfriend. If I give her 1 naira, she will take. If I tell her pause, she will pause, those kind of things. And still be flirting with people. For instance, you will see a man be like, I don't like girls that wear short skirts. Babe, why are you wearing short skirts?
Yeah.
Tell me why he would go outside and talk to somebody that is wearing short skirts. Even spray to get some money. Give the person all his dollars. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like that's where it is, where people say, that dating should be banned. And I feel like I agree with him. But I better no ban for girls. Maybe
I don't
ban
agree
for
at
men.
all.
No, because I feel like
I don't agree at all.
I feel like men sometimes they are like deliberate. For instance, now, I feel like when a man sees who he wants to marry, he knows. Now I feel like that's when the dating comes in to get to know. I feel like I understand where it's coming from. But you shouldn't have said ban.
Ban is
I think
like
that's
that's
the problem.
I feel like what
You
he's
used the
trying to
wrong
say
word.
was that you can get to know, like when you see a lady, you want to marry her, you will know, okay, I want to marry this woman and stick strictly to that decision. And when dating her, no. But you see some men, they will engage a woman for 10 years, 5 years, ring still their hand. You understand? Now prison, do you get, and still be doing other things with other women. So, but for girls, I'm just really feel that we should not put our eggs in one basket. You see, dating. So, if dating is going to be allowed, you can date. You should date as much people as you can.
Hey.
This is my opinion.
Drum rolls,
Before
because
you get married, even as a boy, even as a girl. Yes, now because we're trying to know who we're going to be compatible with.
but that does not necessarily mean you have to date everybody.
I
feel
feel
like you have
not
people coming.
everybody.
Okay.
Like for instance, you can just have options. For instance, because men are not usually direct at the beginning. You can see a man now, you now meet you, take your number, take you on dates and all that. I'm talking to you, baby, how are you? Buy you things, do you this. He's not stating marriage or anything. Do you understand? Maybe somebody will even come around and be saying marriage. So in that situation, what do you do?
Okay, I feel like, as regards that, first of all, like I said, I think dating gives people the opportunity to get to know themselves. All right, I've heard of situations where people get married and then you start hearing things like, oh, I don't like the way this person behaves. Oh, I never knew you were this. And let's not forget that there are also situations where people pretend in the course of dating.
True.
And then when they get into marriage, they show their true colors.
Yeah.
So I think the mistake he made, as much as he's trying to make a point, was using the word ban.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Everything that has an advantage also has a disadvantage. So if you're saying people should not get to know themselves before they get married, what happens after marriage? It's even worse after marriage, because that time there's no going back.
True.
Do you understand? You already said, I do forever. So you're not going back. Anything that makes you say, okay, I don't want to do it again, and that's divorce. People start saying, that the man should not date, blah, blah, blah. People now start criticizing you, this one cannot stay in her husband's house. So they don't push on more for husband's house. Now, so then they behave. Now, from their papa's side. Do you understand things like that? So I feel like it gives them the opportunity to get to know. It prepares you. Do you understand? It prepares you for marriage. So in as much as he's trying to make a point, I think he should be clear about what he's saying.
True.
He shouldn't say that dating should be banned. I don't stand on that ground.
And there was this saying that says, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So I think that's why you see people have more than 1, 2, 3 partners, like MJ has said. So I feel,
very, very good.
I feel. Well, I don't know, but for faithful people, there are still faithful people that would want to just
and
have
also, sorry,
one
but you know
person.
that dating does not actually mean you'll be sleeping with each and every one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Do you
true.
know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm actually saying. I'm not saying dating and giving your body out to everybody. No, you could just leave your options open, because sometimes we ladies, I'm telling you the truth, you could be dating someone and miss out on your husband. That is the truth, because your husband come and try to show you that I'm straightforward. I love you. I want to, but because you promised one boy,
exactly.
and I don't want. Just be open as a fine girl. Be open. Be very open. Even if you're in a relationship, be open. Okay, if the guy is coming, I don't like you. Shift.
I think, in fact, I feel like Buchi should have just made that statement directly to the men. Because obviously that's what he's saying. Back in the days, men were intentional. But saying dating, women also date now.
True.
And we need it. We actually need it. Because, we need it so that we'll be taking from, that kind of thing.
Actually.
I'm tempted to ask, we'll be taking what exactly?
Yes, like, fine girl, they're sending you money.
Yes, now they need to maintenance.
Oh, you people ban this dating now. Hey,
That's what she's talking. She's talking about maintenance.
Church Agbasa. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's a very intentional advice from Neka and MJ. Please, dating should not be banned. And yes,
We are begging.
I'm begging.
We're on our knees.
we are. No, I'm not on my knees actually.
And do you know that when dating is banned, that's when, have you thought of it? Maybe that's when raping and all those things will start being too much. But like when you have your girl, I don't know if I'm trying to make sense, but then like when you have your girl, you're dating someone, that kind of, but it's banned now. Try to take take it by force or do all. I don't know. I just feel like they shouldn't ban it, because we have so many other things. Why did they ban this?
Actually, I feel
I mean, you get to learn to tolerate people, to be patient with people, to see if you can adjust. Like some persons don't even like people in their space. But when you start dating and cutting, and then maybe the person comes around, you get to say, this person is neat. Okay, no, this person does not like this. Or to get in, my pastor's wife once said one time that when they got into marriage, he now realized that the wife does not like the curtain being open. And he's somebody that likes ventilation in the room. So he will go and open, when he opens the curtain, the wife will be like, oh, everywhere is bright, and then he closes it. So I feel like dating gives people the opportunity to get to know each other's likes and dislikes. So I beg.
True.
So
I believe when you get into that situation where you are dating somebody, it's left, you are supposed to understand, learn about this person, know this person, and that is the purpose of your relationship. So if all these things are not known, I think that is where the problem starts from. But dating should not be banned from all of us here, because it helps a whole lot of people. So let's move on to our next story, ladies and gentlemen. Billionaire business mogul Femi Otedola recently hosted Grammy-winning Nigerian singer Wizkid and Burna Boy at his Lagos mansion on Wednesday. The billionaire businessman shared photos from the meeting via his ex, explaining that the meeting aims to exchange ideas and celebrate the global impact of the Afrobeat. He wrote, "A true privilege to host some of the biggest music icons at Wizkid Ayo and Burna Boy at my Lagos home. Always inspiring to share ideas and celebrate the global movement that's the Afrobeat." The visit of the Afrobeat stars to the billionaire's house has sparked frenzy on social media. Many netizens have pointed out the conspicuous absence of Davido, who is widely regarded as one of the big three Afrobeat artists alongside Wizkid and Burna Boy. This story is actually very funny.
It's true. Why is Davido not there?
No, Davido should not be in every.
now.
No, if I actually feel if Davido was on a conference call with them or a conference meeting with them, he would have stated it actually, because he tagged Wizkid and Burna Boy on that post. But I think this sort of meeting should be encouraged, where you see business moguls partner with artists to create things, because I feel push from such big names like Otedola actually are things that other businessmen should encourage, yeah, and be part of. Because I feel if they do this, it helps to push the Afrobeat further than take on this particular one.
My take on this, actually, I actually don't have any take, but I was wondering why Davido was not, or rather why Davido was absent in this. But then, you know, for Ty, he has he has children. He has kids too, grown-ups actually. Tenny and DJ Kupi. And Kupi is also in the music industry. So now maybe this is just something that is actually even about business and might not necessarily
Exactly,
even
that was my
music.
thoughts. Exactly.
Or maybe he has an anniversary or a party coming up and he just wanted them to be there, you know. Or he wants to invest in music, you know. But just like Eric said, it is advised, it's let them encourage stuff like this, because in this our music industry, if you notice, and this our entertainment industry, it's actually music that is actually bringing us out. Check of artists, or check of people that have visited Nigeria, tourists that are coming to Nigeria, or even some business deals that are coming, is through music. Music is always business on the forefront. So if we have business people invest in music, you know, collaborate, do everything to music, that way we can actually be pushing Nigeria to the forefront, so everybody to see. So.
Yeah, I think it's a good one. You know, there was a time, I think it was just last week or last 2 weeks, when people in the movie industry were saying things like musicians support them the way that they do and all of that. So I think it should be a collaborative effort. All right, at the end of the day, it's our country, it's Nigeria. So whether it's musicians meeting with business moguls or actors or entertainers, the most important thing is that there should be that collaborative spirit. And, you know, this hand should help wash the other hand. Basically, I just think I don't want to focus on why he did not invite Davido, because I believe people have their preference. It might be that he likes this person's music, or it could also be like MJ said, that he's planning something big that would eventually probably involve these other artists. Do you understand? But you can't bring everybody in the stage of planning. It has to be just a few before the party or the celebration comes. So basically, that's just what I think.
Well, people from the comments we saw so far, so good. Some people were like, okay, is it like segregating, or why is Davido is one of the big three? Yeah. So if you want to have something big, these three people should be involved. So, but just like you said, you rightly said that he has his preference, and I believe he knows why he didn't invite Davido, and that's not much of a big deal if you ask me. And yes, I think this sort of thing should be encouraged, and I'm coming home now to tell Port Harcourt's big names, Port Harcourt's big men, Port Harcourt's what's that man's name? Akot White, all of them. You see people like Dan Dizzy, you see people like Prince Emmanuel, you see people like other artists that Dr. Mighty is there. Dr. Mighty has been there for a while. You could call these people and talk business. How do we grow this industry? How do we make Port Harcourt bigger than even the way we celebrate Lagos? I think this sort of thing should be advised, and when we do these things, we get returns actually, and our dear state will be out there in the limelight, and just like it always has been. So yes, this sort of thing should be encouraged. Yes, let's move on to our next story, ladies and gentlemen. Jamaican dancehall artist Adidjo Palmer, aka Vibes Cartel, said he has forgiven his wife Tanisha Johnson for her alleged infidelity during his 13-year imprisonment. In an episode, in episode 443 of the Drink Champs podcast, Cartel shared that he discovered Tanisha's infidelity from the other baby mama while he was in prison, which left him in tears. Despite the revelation, the singer maintained his respect for her, recognizing her humanity and stating that he forgave her as soon as he found out. But I still respect her because I understand she is human. She is a human being. I forgave her immediately because I understand that she just had to move on, he said. The music star stated that his wife remained supportive despite his imprisonment. So this story, she said, okay, he said despite his imprisonment for years. But I think I would like to ask Neka a question. Neka, I know you're not married, but if you happen to, and you've not been in prison, but let's just imagine that.
And I will never be in prison.
But okay, this guy was in prison,
Okay.
for 13 years.
Right.
I think like I was checking about 3 baby mamas or thereabouts, and one of them tells him that, okay, this particular person you are with, that has been with you through thick and thin, because even while he was still at prison, she was the one visiting, she was the one taking care, coming to check on him and all that. And you hear that, okay, this particular person where you see in a sense, where they take care of you, yeah, even though she has left him now, like publicly, even though she has left him, this particular person where they take care of you, they actually cheat on you. Now, if you find out that this person cheated on you, would you like let go just like that?
First of all, you said he has 3 baby mamas.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Secondly, the person in question, the person who cheated, is a human being, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this man has been away for years. I don't even think the wife cheating should be his problem at the moment. Coming out of prison, I don't even think, because what were you expecting? Leaving somebody, some persons can't even stay. Okay, I want to understand, I don't know if they were legally married.
Yeah, they were.
Okay, even if they were, this woman has stayed for years. The fact that she shows you support, she comes to see you, visit you in prison and all, shows that she still has a heart for you. Then the fact that she cheated shows that she's human. So I think there's a balance. I don't think he should be concerned about, if I were to be in his shoes, I like I said, I won't even think, that would not even be my problem.
I think he was wise enough actually
yes,
to
that would not
just
even,
let
that
it
should
go.
not even be, how do you expect a human being that has blood flowing through his veins or her veins to stay for 13 years, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, 13
for 13
years,
years
yeah.
without a man's touch. Even if I came out of prison, for example, and nobody told me that she cheated, my dear, I will know that something must have happened. Because she's a human being. And if I were to be in her shoes, I would have done the same. I'm being honest. Let's be honest with ourselves, because we are humans. I don't like the idea of people coming to pretend and oh blah 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 blah. There are some people, she remained and she was coming to see you and to visit you in prison for 13 years. 13 years is not or should not be a thing of concern. If I were to be in his times.
True. So turning the tables to you now, MJ, if you were in his shoes, would you have forgiven?
I will not be in his shoe, but
If you were,
I will not be in his shoes. Okay? I don't know how to be that kind of shoe. But the thing is, if I was that woman, I will not cheat. Yes.
okay,
I will not cheat. I would have, in a world that is
Interesting.
more modernized now. I'm saying me, I don't know her. Actually, if somebody I love, actually. The thing is, penetration is not it for me. I'm being vocal. Like, I don't know how to put it, but it's not so it for me. So it's something that actually comes with guys, right?
Yeah.
It's something that comes with sexual with a guy. It's not really it for me. I'm not big on that. There's so many other ways I would satisfy my pleasure if I wanted. So I'm saying, now I understand where it's coming from. She's human. True. Self. If that man came out and she didn't cheat, you understand? There is a problem. You understand? Like, I know now. Maybe, you understand? Like, it was human and it was right. It's just justifiable enough that he cheated.
13 years is a
Especially
long
that
time.
he's even in prison. It's not even that maybe something...
Or maybe once in a while
I'm not
you visit
blaming
and
him.
go.
You understand? I'm not blaming him, but what happened that you put us in that kind of situation? So I feel like he knew what he was signing on for when he forgave her. But if I was to be in the woman's shoe, I personally, I wouldn't cheat, especially with another man.
MJ, 13 years.
13
I
years.
will
not
not
3
cheat
weeks.
with a man. I will
You will not
cheat
cheat
with
So
with
whether
a
you cheat
man.
with a man or a woman, it's cheating,
It's
not
cheating,
cheating.
it's cheating, not cheating.
No, like what I'm trying to say is that do you know that we have sex toys now?
Yes, I know, but
There's
there are
so
some.
many things.
But I feel like there's something about touch. Yes.
I'm not really heavy on, especially from
Okay.
the male counterpart. I really don't enjoy. I don't know how to put it. Like I might enjoy every other thing, but you know that like connection with a man and people are like really having. I promise you, it's not my thing. So that's why I said if I was to be her, maybe.
Okay.
Because you know we can never tell, but maybe
Sure.
I would have been able to stay
Yeah,
with my
stay.
with other things, doing other things. You understand? But if you tell me, say, they go club, they dance, they pack money, they spray money, you know, they drink, they do this, they live wayward life. I will. but especially if I have
Yeah,
kids
the
for that
family.
person, and I would have, like, devised other means to really be. But I don't blame her actually. No, I'm not blaming her. She's human. It's justifiable. It's understandable that he cheated.
Well,
so what about you?
Well, I
Will you forgive your wife?
feel. Yes, I will actually forgive and I will let her go actually because.
You will let her go.
Yes.
You let the woman that was with you.
Sorry, what's the reason for letting her go? The fact that she cheated?
No, yes, and no.
So you're
Yes,
telling me
because
that you would expect her to wait 13 years
no,
without...
I will not expect her to wait.
What would you
13
expect her to do?
years.
To come to the prison and have sex with you?
Now, I would forgive her just like he did. And do you know they're not together anymore? Yes,
Okay.
they're not
But
together
that was
anymore.
not the reason.
Yes, now he forgave her, but then he still let her go. Do you
But
get?
was
So
that the
but
reason
was not the
for-
reason. That was not the reason they broke up.
that was not the reason they broke up.
That
But
was not the reason. I think I read something like that. The lady, she moved on. Like the person she cheated on, or the things she did, she just really let go. Not that he let go of her.
Okay.
That was why. I think that was why he came for the interview.
yeah.
He actually misses her, and he is trying to say that if he will still want because he let her
Okay.
go. I think she, like when you do something and you're feeling so
but
guilty,
yeah.
you're feeling guilty. Just said that. Let me just move on.
She
I think
just-
she didn't just cheat with somebody. I think she had affairs and affairs
Yeah.
and affairs.
Well, that is that about that particular one. Learn to forgive and learn to move on, ladies and gentlemen. And on our last story for today, stand-up comedian Otegbewe One. I pray this guy doesn't call for me. Known by his stage name I Go Save, has called on relevant authorities to investigate the activities of telecommunication companies in the country, claiming that they are defrauding the citizens. He made the call against the backdrops of recent tariff hike by major internet providers in Nigeria. The comedian currently in the United Kingdom noted that the data in the United Kingdom is faster and more reliable than you have in Nigeria. Speaking in a video message shared via his social media, I Go Save said, "This is the third time I will go to my service providers in the UK to top up my phone and they will turn me back that I still have data. I'm in shock because I bought just 20 gigabytes 3 weeks ago and it's still working. It's even very fast. So this is a clarion call to the Nigerian government, NCC, EFCC, ICPC to investigate all the telecommunication providers. The internet providers in Nigeria are ripping Nigerians off. 20 gigabytes lasts 1 month in the UK, while 30 gigabytes 1 month subscription in Nigeria doesn't last up to 3 days. I'm telling you. What is the reason? Internet providers are defrauding Nigerians and they need to be investigated. There is no difference between them and internet fraudsters. How much is minimum wage in Nigeria that they are charging so much for data that doesn't last? Can you imagine? This particular story.
I think he uses one of those networks that they've increased it times 5.
This particular thing is so annoying. See, this particular story, when I saw it, I feel like, yes, I agree. I accept that, okay, I was reading through a story that said, okay, they had to increase because the cost of running their services is you can increase your whatever. See, the way the country is now, we believe that things are hard. Petroleum, diesel, everything is hard. Yes, we believe. If you are increasing it, how about the services? Are you increasing your? Does it work faster? Is the network even reliable? Because this is so annoying that you buy 20 gigabytes that is supposed to last for how many days? I bought 5 the other day. Me and my
person out to you.
See,
no,
I bought 5 gigs just to edit just to edit a simple video. I was stressed. And again, the data ran away. Like the data ran away. The data did not finish. The data ran away, ladies and gentlemen. Like, what is going on? What is going on? Like, it's so annoying that okay, you increase. I accept you need to increase. But how about the services? How you increase? Yes, I understand there is a need to increase. And I saw one on an article I was reading that federal government negotiated. They increased it to 100% before, then they later decreased to 50%, and they had a meeting with the federal government and they reduced 15%, blah 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 blah. Yes, you did all this, fantastic. Then how about the services?
I don't say all this thing when you talk. Nobody say if I can't ask you, may give me data. You go tell me say
I don't go on
this
particular time. Nobody they on hotspot for anybody.
They just put us these network providers. They just put us inside water like this, bring us out, then squeeze us.
Like how?
Squeeze, then call another neighbor, say, help me hold the other side. Then
and they just squeeze us like this and drag us like.
Okay. First of all, I think that it's more like going to a shop to get something.
Okay.
Food, for example. I go to get food from this vendor and it's always this particular quality. And then you say, okay, you want to increase it. Even if you're not going to increase your service, okay, leave it at a pace that we can manage it. Do you understand? Leave it at a pace that we can at least manage it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Well, why do okay, I'm going to make subscriptions of over 1,000 and I still can't use it for the purpose of which I bought the data.
And it doesn't even last up to
before
the one
you
that you
tell somebody sees your status and say, hello there, please send. As you just send, you see, dear customer. Do you understand? Like it's heartbreaking.
I you go see the own hotspots for me.
I honestly
send me snaps or streaks. Anything you want. If I feel like
nobody should send me. You need to cut it to any voice note that
1 minute.
I like sending my pictures to you.
And you see those people that are sending me plenty videos. Please, if it's not Zenda, don't send me video that I will download online.
And the good thing is, ever since these things, I think Nigerians are very intelligent. Ever since this started, I'm not anybody that told me on the status, please send it. If you know, please screenshot them. If you know, please screenshot them.
No.
Record them.
I think
nobody
they should
has
actually be looked into. I think this should be looked into.
I know what made this thing affect you now. I know what made this thing affect us.
It's going to affect relationships, my dear. It's going to affect relationships, I'm telling you.
So I really ask you now, you said that.
No, my dear.
I'll
have to show my love for you in a different way now.
Actually, we devise different means to actually show love.
It's crazy. As much as we are joking about it and having fun, I think it's something we should, because if they are doing this to us in this aspect, it just feels like they wake up every day and they look for an angle to just deal with us.
Honestly.
Do you understand?
The dealing with us is
everything.
so much.
And data is something that like just keeps us sane. How many of you has actually like realized that when everything is not going well, maybe there is no food, there is no money, there is no light, it's raining, or you are sick, something bad is happening, everything is going, but you have data and your phone is charged.
True.
For some minutes, for like few hours, you forget, especially if you're on TikTok or you're just watching a movie or doing something. So now that only thing, now one take them from us. Hey,
it's more like seizing us of the right to be heard, because a lot of people, pour out their minds on social media. It's not those things you can come out and say publicly. You go on social media to say. So that's more like them stripping us of our right to be able to air our opinions on social media, platforms. And it's crazy because, for Nigerians, whether you like them or not, they will still come online. They will still say what they want to say.
My question is, why are we buying it for such an exorbitant amount and it doesn't last? Like, what is the difference? Now you have service providers over there in the UK. Agosave is comparing it to the UK where he is, because he got this same amount of data. He even got lesser than he would get in Nigeria. And he's discovering that it's lasting more than the 50 gigabytes he buys in Nigeria. So I don't understand what is going on. Like, what is the rationale behind the data running faster and data not even lasting. I don't understand. Like, I think they need to come out and tell us what is going, like what is going on.
I have to stick with a particular network, which name I'm not going to mention. I have to stick with a particular network because they've not increased theirs. But I feel like that's just an avenue for them to get more customers. When they eventually do, they might join the the queue of those people. Do you understand? Yes. But I think it's crazy. Like, it's really crazy.
No, I think
it's really crazy.
This is crazy, is sad, and it's frustrating. Like, ladies and gentlemen.
And earlier this year, there was one lady, I don't know, I follow her on Twitter. She was saying, I bet when I do all this thing, don't increase data. The only thing when they keep us safe, that's what I'm saying. It keeps us safe. Like, everything could be good. I could be having a very bad day. I just open TikTok for a few minutes, for the next 20-30 minutes, I'm forgetting. Because I'm laughing and I'm sending to my friend or sending to my colleague or my partner to laugh with me, to maybe comment section and all of that. And that only thing, people are taking it away from us.
There are people who are not very, very social, like in person. Alright, people that don't know how to talk. They call them all those, what do they call them? Introverts and all of that, alright? So a lot of them just spend time with their phones, go on social media and explore. So if you take these things away from them, what do you expect of people who are being depressed, people who are introverts and all of that? I just feel like the government should do better. I feel like we should be considered in their options and in their decisions. Do you get? Because I feel like oftentimes they just do these things without even considering how it's going to affect the people that is being governed by them. So I feel like they should work better.
So if you are increasing the tariff, please make the service what the increments that you are making, ladies and gentlemen, and the young ones are actually suffering from this particular one. And I hope the government sees this and the people involved, and even EFCC and all the ICPC and NCC look into this particular matter and sort it out. Ladies and gentlemen, sadly, this is where we wrap it up on today's episode of ATN Genz. We are out of time, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much to the amazing Neka Francis for joining us today. We really appreciate you, Neka. Thank you so much. And we celebrate you.
We love you.
We love you too.
Okay, do not forget that we are open for advert placements, bookings, and commercial. You can connect with us on all our ATN socials: Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network; Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1.
And on X, you can reach us on Atlantic TV Net. You can also watch us on our website at www.atlanticnetwork.tv.
Yes, and don't forget to leave a comment with the hashtag ATNGen. So see you on the other side, ladies and gentlemen. Bye for now.